My parents were never big bookies. They didn't read for leisure, so we didn't have an extensive bookcase. But we did have a small selection, and one of the books we had was this really thick, over 1,000-page volume with yellowing pages, torn corners, the cover was missing. I mean, as a kid, you're not drawn to a book that looks like it's lived through 2 world wars. But when I was 9, my mum told me we'd be going to visit her family up north. As a 9-year-old, you need to find a way to, occupy yourself for that length of time. So I tried this book out. The book turned out to be the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and I could not put it down for the entire trip. I read it on the way up there, the way back. While I was there, I don't remember seeing my grandma or my cousins at all. It was just me and that book, that world, Middle Earth, and this universe that Tolkien had created. It captivated me. It was the first fantasy novel I ever read. It's my first exposure to any kind of fantasy, and I discovered this amazing world of different creatures and things I could never have imagined myself. And after I had spent our copy of the Lord of the Rings trilogy and reread it 3 times, I went to the school library and tried to find what else I could. And I came across The Hobbit, which was the same world but a different story told in a different way. And I connected with that a lot more than I had with the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I can say with a lot of certainty that if I hadn't discovered the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit when I wouldn't be the book reader I am now today. I wouldn't have appreciated literature that I do now. Peter Jackson and the crew and everyone that works on the films, all the actors, they do a superb job of bringing their world to life, captivating audiences and creating a story that can be told through cinema. But that's largely because the source material is just so perfect, it's so intricate, so complex. This man spent his entire life creating this universe, and I have nothing but admiration to him, his family, and to Peter Jackson, everyone who works on this film. So from all the Tolkien fans and the fans of the movies, I thank you. I thank you, and I thank the Tolkien family.